Hello and welcome to the Metroidvania Review official stream. My name is Professor Q, and I have here with me today Nick.
How's it going, everybody?
All right. So before the stream, we were talking about what we were talking about last week, and I said that we should just talk about it on stream. So this week we're going to talk about bad sci-fi.
It's the flip side of the coin.
Welcome, Grokken. Yeah, it's the flip side of the coin, and specifically we're going to talk about Voyager. Why Voyager is terrible. I know some people like Voyager. So no offense if you do, but I think it's kind of poorly written. Anyway, is there anything you wanted to start with, Nick? You're getting
It's
pretty.
actually my favorite Star Trek.
Is it your favorite Star Trek?
No, it's not.
It's
Yeah. Dragon brings up 7 and 9. I said when this conversation started that the only two memorable characters in the entire show are 7 of 9, and she's just okay, and then the Doctor, who I actually found very compelling.
and the Doctor was interesting. I think 7 and 9. I think the Doctor is better after 7 of 9 was introduced, just because the two of them play off of each other so well.
Well, we talked about last week how one of the driving themes of Star Trek is what does it mean to be human, and no surprise that the two standout characters from Voyager have their arcs revolve around what it means to be human.
So Grokken mentions the exact reason why Voyager is so terrible, and that is because Voyager had lots of potential but never managed it in any good way. Or in a good way. I shouldn't put words in Grokken's mouth.
Yeah, no,
But
agreed.
it absolutely did. There's a video on YouTube of it's L2 to pick things up, and oh boy, I'm pulling Grokken, or not Grokken, Grime. Why did I say Grokken? Sorry, Grokken. Corning in.
Rock and grind.
Grime moves. So in Grime, when you're next to things, you have to push the L2 button. I almost did a crystal jump when I was trying to open that or pick up that item.
Morning, animated area. So, yeah, it's. I think we were just saying before the stream that Voyager had potential because they basically wrote themselves a blank check to do whatever they wanted, and then they used that check to I don't know, give themselves $26 and buy a value meal at McDonald's.
They brought in the Borg, which is like, okay, let's just do something we've already done before. Now, granted, there was a lot of potential for the Borg. Okay, I got off so I could hit that thing in the face, apparently, and now I have to climb back up. Wait, there's a bunch of them. Let's get rid of all of them. As long as we're doing this, we might as well break all of the statues. Oh, we're stuck. Okay, one of these had to have a secret behind it. Sleep beckons eternal, these words become my last. Though my gaze shall no longer fall upon the city, I will act forever in its protection. For king, for bug, for hollowness, now lay my head to rest. Did somebody just die from the poison just now, or how about it's not been standardized in 2D platforms yet? I don't know. I mean, technically, Dark Souls kind of did its own thing with 3D games by having you use the shoulder buttons for all the attacks. So I would argue that it's probably a generally. I think the only thing that's been standardized is that now the bottom of the 4 buttons is the jump button, and then the left button is usually the attack button, and those are the only 2 things that seem to be consistent.
I mean, to be fair, those are the 2 most common actions in video games: jump and attack.
Jump and attack, which is good that they all decided, because in the NES it wasn't like that. On the NES, sometimes you had games that you push B to jump, and that was annoying. We're gonna look through this.
That bug's entire life led to the moment where he was like the assistant to this guy up here, and he just barged into his room and killed him.
We're the bad guys in all of these games, guys.
I'm on a little side story following that guy's entire life, and then the knight just shows up in the last 5 seconds and cuts him down.
It should unlock a cutscene that you can just watch from the menu, but you don't have to. That'd be hilarious. I think I push... Oh, never mind. Oh, I have to break him first before I can suck him in. This is the only time you ever use the charge button to suck. There, criticisms against Hollow Knight. There we go. See, and I do this every time. He's flashing, and it's just not intuitive to hold B.
Well, it's obvious that they had that problem with people because they had to put the prompt up.
Right.
They prompt you to do anything.
Yeah, and I've done it, 3 times now, and I still haven't been like, okay, you hit B. Obviously, I'm not a speedrunner of this game.
Oh no, he dropped and broke his guitar pick.
Not another one. This is gonna be the worst worst concert. Hey, we can go get the bad ending today if we want to. Like if we decide that we've done enough for the day, we can just go get the bad ending and end off with that. I call it the bad ending. The ending that you get if you don't do other things.
The lazy ending.
The lazy ending. Is there a fast... Let's see. Is there any reason why I want to go down this instead of just warping? Let's just warp. So anyway, Voyager. Yeah, they started off with some really dumb villains. What were they? The Kazon? The Kazon?
Oh, I don't remember any of their names.
The little broccoli-headed people. So Nick hasn't watched it recently.
Yeah, I watched it when it originally aired, like off and on.
What? Okay, I guess I'm stuck up
I haven't sat
here.
down and like streamed it in a row, so who knows?
I got the lazy ending because when Hornet jumped in and it's like, get good! I didn't think to use the Dreamer sword at that point, and so I just kept fighting, yes. And so I got the bad ending. I'm like, well, I guess I got to see it anyway. Okay, so in Grime, there's a level where there's an elevator that takes a literal minute to go up for a shortcut.
Does it play a song?
And this elevator not only took, 5 seconds? I don't know, I didn't time it. Maybe 4 seconds. But there were things to break on the way down. Like, there's literally nothing to do on this minute elevator in Grime.
It's like remember that demo you played where the elevators moved real slow unless you minimized the game?
Oh, yeah, it's like that. That one was probably like 40 minutes, though. It was a funny glitch. They emailed me about that afterwards. And they're like, can you tell me the circumstances? I'm like, you saw the circumstances. But I tried to explain it a little better, but it was just funny.
I mean, it was almost like it was running, just incredibly slow.
Yeah. So anyway, Voyager.
Yeah, right, Voyager.
We're all over the place today.
So, you brought up the second bad guys, which I didn't even remember these guys were like hardcore polluting bad guys, and they ruined their planet by filling it with trash, and so they started like dumping their trash onto other planets, and that was the storyline, I guess.
Yes, that was like the shtick behind their race, was that they had polluted their planet, and then they have these big barges that had all of this toxic filth that just leaked everywhere they went because they didn't contain it very well, and that was their whole thing. So it was a very thinly veiled environmentalist statement. But you were saying that they didn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense because it's space. Just throw your trash into space. That's the analogy I used was like, if my house is full of trash, that's like if I took trash out of my house, went outside, went to my neighbor's house, and put it inside his house. Why wouldn't I just leave it outside? I mean, unless they were like obsessed with garbage and thought it was the way and they were spreading the word of trash, like that would almost be like more interesting.
That would be it'd be dumb, but it might work in the right story. You know, as a satire. I mean, they were a satire race anyway. So Grokken says that the show improved once they met the Borg. I don't know. I just don't like what they did with the Borg.
Did it improve, or did it just get more nostalgic? Because I remember the Borg.
Yeah. So, I don't really like the idea that they had a queen. Like, that was kind of the whole point of the thing, is that they were all one mind, so it doesn't really make much sense that they would have a queen. At least I wouldn't think so.
Well, yeah, then they're not a collective hive mind. They're just bugs, I guess?
Yeah. The Grouches on Sesame Street use trash as currency. Like, the problem with the Borg and Voyager is that the things that you see often become familiar, and things that are familiar aren't scary. And that's kind of what the Borg became in Voyager, is that they just... And she defeats them a few times, which was like another thing that... Although the way they defeat them the first time when Picard becomes a Borg is kind of silly too. Sleep. But whatever.
Wait, wasn't the Queen one of the TNG movies? I didn't think
Yeah, she started one of the TNG movies, which is where they got the idea. And she was kind of dumb there, too. But that's the movie that people like.
Wait, was it the same character?
I think it was a different queen. Or they just got a new queen. That's the other part that's kind of inconsistent. But anyway, like, what's great about Deep Space Nine is they came up with their own villains that were kind of separated from the Borg and had their own nuance to them. Even though the fear of these characters was the same. It was the idea that you could lose your individuality. And why did the door shut on me? I thought this was going to be a fast way to get up this passageway. I guess not. Take me back down. The Borg
they were scary because they were unknowable. You didn't really know their motivations beyond just they want to assimilate us, and those really were their motivations. It was just get bigger.
Yeah, to respond to Dr. Octorocket, the thing that made them scary was the fact that they were headless, that you became part of their head when you became part of them.
And then they... Well, wait a minute. That's basically the same enemy that we had in Mass Effect. Weren't they basically just the Borg? But
so something I was saying before the stream was that a very common theme in sci-fi, at least Western sci-fi, is fear of losing your individuality.
Oh, hold on. You need to equip your little friend.
Oh, darn it. Okay, well, let me go down here and I'll do it. Actually, I don't because I'm about to leave, but I'll equip her to make sure that there isn't a thing here. Thanks for the reminder, though.
Well, it's, the Borg were basically just fancy, like in TNG before the Queen, they were basically just fancy futuristic zombies. Like, instead of munching on your brain and turning you into one of them, they shot you with little, I don't know, whatever they did to turn you into a Borg and turned you into what? They were just space zombies.
Yeah, zombies are kind of the same thing. You lose your individuality, you become part of an evil force.
Yeah, they're not necessarily like a hive mind, but they all are of the same mind.
Right. Yeah, the same type of just evil that you become. You become the evil, I think, is kind of the... If you were to summarize it. Didn't I
Yeah, the necrotic tissue. I mean, they're intelligent, but kind of, but not really. I mean, they're not literally zombies.
They're either zombies or super intelligent, depending on when the plot needs them to be. Depending on who's writing. All right, we're gonna do the final one just because.
Good luck.
Yeah, I'm gonna need it.
I just said that like the dog from Star Fox. Good luck.
The origin story is even the Borg didn't know anyone as what species they started out. I don't remember the deep...
I mean, I'm honestly shocked that they didn't over-explain where the Borg came from, because that's exactly the kind of thing they would do.
Right. Well, that's poor writing 101 right there, is over-explaining things.
I think if you were going to do it properly, I think it would need to be something where it almost seemed like a good idea, like it was all done for the right intentions.
And then they just messed it up, yeah.
Yeah, and then they just borked themselves.
That's how you can write the worst. Boss potential is the worst kind of writing because it's the most frustrating. Like, something that's just horrible and bad can at least be creative, and that can be interesting. But when you see where they were going with the idea and they just completely mess it up, that's super frustrating.
Yeah. Well, that's why I was so frustrated by the end of Battlestar Galactica, because there was so much potential that they lived up to, and then they stopped.
Whoops, that was not the move I wanted to do.
The thing I remember about the Silent Hill movie was when Pyramid Head literally grabs somebody's, like, the back of them and rips their skin off like it's a robe.
Does he put it on like a shawl?
No, that would be awesome. But, like, that's not how skin works.
I'm pretty sure that horror is not usually concerned with the physics of body horror.
Although that might not have been the first Silent Hill movie. That's just the only one I saw. Did the first one have Pyramid Head? Because that was Silent Hill 2.
I was laughing because those guys just were standing in the spikes. I'm like, wonder what's going to happen when they just stand down there in the spikes, and they just died. That cracked me up.
It's got internal logic.
You know, it's good to have somebody to talk to when I'm doing these Coliseum things, because like I said last time, I kind of find these boring.
Yeah. I mean, at least it changes the layout of the level a little.
Oh, yeah, Hollow Knight, if you're going to do waves, doing it this way is the best way to do it. But not my favorite type of content in general. I'm going to see if
Just
I'm...
remember the dang asps.
Oh gosh, the screamers. Oh, good, they blow up the dudes. Holy crud, they're just going to keep coming. Oh no!
Yeah, but that's fairly... Once you know it's coming, that wave is easier to...
Sure, once you start memorizing it, it's just annoying to go through everything if you die. The tension starts to ratchet up quite a bit by the end. I was mentioning that I actually don't really mind long periods between checkpoints. You know, this is a good time to heal, since this guy's really easy to dodge. You know, I've never really used the charge attack my first playthrough, but I'm really getting a lot out of it this time.
I think it's always good when you can use a tool that you didn't use before.
Yeah.
I think the last Silent Hill I played, I don't even know if... No, it can't be the most recent one. Was you were, like, locked in your apartment, and there were, like, portals to other worlds,
Oh,
and you were just trying to get out of your room.
That technically wasn't going to be a Silent Hill. It was one of those rebranded games.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense. It felt different.
Sorry, you'll have to tell me what Dr. Octorocket is saying, because I can't really read right now. Oops, sorry about that. One sec.
Just talking about the Silent Hill movie, how the first half was brooding, terrifying, and mysterious, but then it switched to cheesy over-the-top gore.
Yeah, consistent tone is an issue that I think a lot of movies suffer from, or not having consistent tone.
And I'm going to quote directly because it's funny, but an intolerable monologue that stripped the mystery away, just like that one poor sap's skin.
That is a good line.
That is true. Ugh, asps.
That's the thing about horror, is that, like, you can't explain. So first off, you have to have rules that make sense so you can understand the tension, but you also can't explain things too much.
Yeah. I remember Silent Hill 4, there was some part where, like, at the end of a hallway or something was, like, a giant face.
What the heck? Get out here.
And then I
Giant
also remember
face.
looking through your peephole and seeing increasingly disturbing things.
Alright, I'll stop charging. Nope. That was a bad time to stop charging. I thought they were going to keep doing centipedes, so I was going to stop charging so I could pogo, because I knew it was going to make me pogo at some point. How come my Baldur shell didn't help me on that? Get out of here. Whoa! Alright, this is not where I want to die. Come on. I mean, not that I want to die anywhere.
Where do you want to die?
Not this far into it, that's for sure.
Yeah, you're only like a third of the way in.
Oh, that's disconcerting. Let's keep talking, because it's like when you're working out, it's easier to have somebody with you.
I still think that the special ending of Silent Hill 2, where you barge into the control room and there's a dog controlling everything, and you're just like, it was you! And then it does the little closing theme song, but it's dog barks.
This is the funny...
One of the best, like, joke side endings ever.
That's like classic, like, anime, where they can do something silly like that in one of the most serious games out there.
It was just really well done and hilarious. And then the first game was it the first game that had the space alien ending?
Oh, they all have an alien ending.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, in fact, they all connect to each other too. Like you meet in Silent Hill 3, when you get the alien ending, you meet James and Harry.
Oh, because they both got abducted.
Because they both got abducted, yeah.
Oh man, they should have made a game where it's like all of the main characters, but they're on like an alien spaceship.
That's what Nier basically is. It's like it was based off of like one of the secret endings in Drakengard 3.
Well, I mean, Drakengard loves its weird, crazy endings. Good luck following the plot in that if you don't want to play the game 5 times.
Oh, those games are meant to be played 5 times. You should just count that as part of your playthrough.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I played one Drakengard game, and then I never played Nier, and then I did play Nier Automata.
Well, so far we're keeping ourselves pretty well healed. Yes, Nier's lore is very... I actually have only played Nier. I haven't played Drakengard, but just based off of Nier, it's crazy stuff. Wait, is this just like a sample of every character, or is this...
Yeah, you're basically fighting every enemy in the game.
Oh, gosh. Well, we've pretty much seen everything in the game at this point. We've got all 3 Dreamers. We can go get the ending. I mean, we haven't really spent too much time in the bottom right area because that's what we need to unlock stuff. The main goals I wanted to make today was basically just get the bees, possibly White Palace. We might go get the bad ending, just depending on how much time we have.
And I can't wait for the bees so I can quote Nicolas Cage over and over for the entire time.
Not the Hornets, not the Hornets. Oh, gosh. Okay. Do these flying guys ever stop, or do they just keep spawning until this guy's dead? The guy in the middle. The teleporter man.
I don't know.
Because we're going to try this. He is not giving me much opportunity to heal. Alright, take him out. Get all 3 heals in. Get off the spikes.
Nah, just chill down there. So why do you think Automata was so much more successful than the other games in the series? Do you think it was just because of the genre?
I think Platinum made it so the gameplay... So the problem with Nier is that nobody liked the gameplay. And to be fair, the gameplay does not get good until about a third of the way through a single playthrough. And ironically, when you have to play it multiple times, you actually start from when the game gets good. So like there's like this whole sort of intro section that just kind of slows the game down more than it needs to. But it kind of needs to exist in order for the story to have impact. I can't describe this without spoiling too much of the game.
Yeah, it's real hard to discuss these games without spoiling things.
Right. But gameplay-wise, the game's not very good until after you have the option to get rid of the terrible longsword that you start with, and you can choose between like a faster weapon or a greatsword, and both of those are actually pretty fun to play with. Alright, this guy I'm just going to try and face tank because that seems to be better than trying to charge attack him. Die so I can heal.
Oh man, the ultimate ending boss. Well, now he's not the ultimate ending boss, but it's bananas. It's still one of the best. Like, I still consider it one of the greatest achievements of gaming, beating the true final boss of Hollow Knight.
So I'm just calling it right now. If I don't make it through this once, then I'm not going to finish it this week. I'm going to come back to it later.
We can do this off screen.
Probably. Oh gosh. I don't want to ruin my chances by giving up, because I tend to do this.
Don't give up. Nah, you got this. You're almost done.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying this takes too long to try again. Is what I'm trying to tell.
This would eat up our entire time, basically.
Yeah. And frankly, I don't think we have to do this for any reason. I've just decided because we were up here, I'm like, we'll give it a shot.
It's good training for what's coming later.
Oh gosh, yeah, that's true. How do I dodge that one?
Maybe dash right when it hits the ground.
Well, we can't dash the... Okay, yeah, we're going to come back here after we have the dark dash.
Yeah, that guy trashed you.
To be fair, I still haven't gotten good yet. I like how they have a get your souls back room. Yeah. I think I spoke too soon there. Anyway,
besides town, this is the highest population in all of Hollow Nest. Like, where are all those bugs that are cheering in the stands when they're not cheering in the stands? And why aren't they all crazy?
Oh gosh, where's the bees? Are they at the bottom of this shaft? Let's just go down there. I'm trying to remember exactly where it is.
You gotta break a wall.
Yeah, it's one of those special secret areas.
When they're not cheering, they just lean back in their chairs and go to sleep. A vendor comes by with hot dogs a couple times a day.
Oh, I forgot to change my thing out. And I don't see a bench nearby, except for the very bottom there. Let's go get that bench. That's what we're doing next. We're gonna go get that bench. And you know what, I'm just gonna save word actually. I think that's the better choice at this point. More than usual in the hot dogs. Oh, great. Alright, so we're going to drop this, drop this, drop this.
Isn't there a part of the game where corpses are just falling from up above and then you find out it's the dead bodies from the Colosseum?
Yeah, I think we were just there.
Yeah, I thought that was clever.
Okay, so real quick, where is the last one? I think it might be up on the surface.
Last one?
Fire thing?
Oh,
I think it's too far away from a fast travel point to go for that right now, though, so we're just going to keep going down towards the B place.
If I remember correctly, there's more than you actually need.
Well, whatever the case, there's no fire in this area, so we can't do much with the grim person at this point. But we'll keep him equipped just because.
Well, I liked it because you see the falling bodies first and obviously think, well, what's going on there? And then you find out, and it's like, oh. I think that's well done.
Wordless storytelling. It's good stuff. Just because there aren't people telling you in a cutscene doesn't mean it's not there. Oh, the snow. The snow is like... Oh gosh, I just completely botched that entire fall. I was trying to go across.
The snow's disturbing too when you find out what it is.
I was actually going to try and climb up there so we can take a look at it. Don't you dare.
Because it's like weirdly peaceful.
So somebody modded this game so that the Path of Pain has a whole bunch of... Oh, I don't know if you can actually get up there. Anyway, there's the tube. I thought I saw something over here. Nope.
The outlet pipe.
Oh, that is where we came in. Okay. Come on. You're going to explore around top here, because we have to do this anyway. This whole section here, so... We're doing what I normally do and just explore where we are. We have all the movement upgrades, so it's not like I'm even losing efficiency by doing this, other than forgetting which places are the dead ends.
Right. Yeah, I think you have to go most of the... Yeah, there's only one halfway mark. Have you fought Hornet up here yet?
Nope. We're moving to that next.
Remember that being a somewhat challenging fight.
Well, it might be different because I actually have a fully upgraded nail, but we'll see what happens.
I definitely did not.
We'll see what happens. Unfortunately, I haven't had to try too hard this entire playthrough because I've been going straight for upgrades. We want to talk to this guy. Oh, tiny thing, you climb high and seek the knowledge of these lands. Well, I have none, so... Let's see. I don't think he does anything. If you remember him doing anything, let me know. I'm not going to try and solve that right now.
Wait, there's an upward dash?
Only with a mod.
Oh.
I don't think I want to break this yet. I'm going to save these for later. Although, if you're having a hard time with Hornet, this is an option.
The first time.
Yeah.
Okay, so that gets to a problem that I have with these kinds of games, where if you use a consumable to make a fight easier for you, and then you die anyway, you then have to do that fight again, but without the item you used to make it easier. So they punish you dying by making the fight harder. And I don't like that.
How many times do you think I should hit him?
All the times.
pretty sure that there's no point to this other than teehee.
You gotta have a little levity at times.
There's nothing wrong with that. I think it just teaches you that there's a way to get to him. Well, how do we get to him? This guy exists. Interesting.
Oh, he's played through Hollow Knight before. We're doing it for stream. He hasn't played the DLC, so that's what we're playing through.
I'm pretty sure Marcos is from the our Metroidvania Discord, and he should know. No, it's just been 4 years since I played this, so I don't remember a lot of things. Is that... I think that's just acid. For some reason I thought that was going to be the stuff that cures your soul. Like the hot springs. You know, the acid should act like hot springs after you get that upgrade. It should be, like, beneficial.
Is there just one hot springs in this game?
There's two. There's one on the Deep Nest, and there's one, like, a little bit on the lower end of Crossroads. Like this sign.
Oh, yeah.
Telegraphing. Yeah. Well, okay. Punishing and challenging, that's a big argument. I think it's important to establish risk, and one of the best ways to do that is through having mechanics that, you know, you actually lose something when you
we've had this conversation so many times, we're blue in the face, but
yeah,
in my opinion, the most important resource to me in a game is my time, and if the game makes itself more strenuous by threatening my time, I don't think that's good design.
Sure, yeah, I don't know, I guess it depends.
Or it's not a design that appeals to somebody whose time is an important resource.
Right. So you pursue the deeper truth. I don't know why that's Hornet's voice.
Prove yourself ready to face it. I will not hold back. My needle is lethal, and I feel no sadness in weakling's demise. Show me you accept this kingdom's past and claim responsibility for its future.
I think the hardest part about this fight is all the crap that's on the front of the screen.
True. Yeah, making a game harder or more tedious when you fail is just a good way to discourage players, Dr. Rocket said. And I agree. I mean, it's not for me. I always link it back to Bloodborne and the Blood Vials.
Yeah, the Blood Vials I think were bad design, personally.
Yeah, but it's the same thing as any
well, okay, so
item you have to use to make a fight easier. Yes, you could beat those bosses with 0 blood vials, conceivably. But is it fun to do so?
What? She just tops right up from that. You gotta be careful about that. She punishes your pogo jumps, which actually these games don't do enough of, so...
True. Pogo jump seems to be kind of the be-all, end-all in a lot of these games.
Oh, there's a game called Otto, and yeah, enemies just cannot handle the pogo jump. It is a dominant strategy.
Good old... I don't think Zelda 2 gets enough credit for introducing upward and downward slash.
I mean, it's not like it's an ingenious concept or anything.
I mean, what came first, Zelda 2 or DuckTales?
That's a good question. I'm pretty sure Zelda 2 came first because the graphics are worse. But then again, Capcom was like really good at 8-bit graphics in general. I need to get some good, I need to dump my exploration.
Let's see, DuckTales came out September 14th, 1989. And, oh yeah, Legend of Zelda
I really should have these memorized by now.
Came out January 14th, 1987, almost 2.5 years earlier.
Zelda 2 did? That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's pretty innovative considering the time.
No, I'm not going to argue with that. Okay, so I want that one. Quick focus, all that stuff, and then I have 1 point left. When taking damage, spread out thorny vines.
Oh yeah, I watch or I have been watching Jeremy Parish's series on all of the early NES games. And one of the things that he does, and one of the reasons I like his videos so much, is he does it chronologically and talks about how games are built upon the games that came before and the new concepts that they introduce during basically the birth of home console gaming. And yeah, Legend of Zelda was easily one of the most innovative and influential early games by far. Just looking at the games that were around it and comparing it to them goes to show just how ahead of the curve Nintendo was at the time.
What the? Did she block that? Keep doing Shaw, because Shaw's good. You leave yourself way open when you do that.
Battle for Olympus? I'm not sure I've even heard of that.
He played it on stream one time, so you should check that out. I don't remember which podcast it was. You'll have to. I named the podcast based on our discussion, not necessarily what game's being played, because we're not usually focusing on the game.
No, visually, it definitely gives me Zelda 2 vibes.
There's also Faxanadu. When did Faxanadu come out? Because that one's supposedly Zelda 2-like.
How do you spell it?
I'm not doing well. Faxan. You're trying to make me spell while I'm trying to fight Hornet. HOR.
I don't know, I found it. Hey, it's only $10 on eBay.
Really?
Do any of these cartridges work anymore?
Well, I'm sure the battery pack needs to be replaced. If it has that.
Wonder how easy that's to do. Let's see. November 16th, 1987. So
I'm
it
sure
came out in November, and Zelda 2 came out in January.
I'm sure you can find a tutorial for almost any cartridge on how to replace the battery pack.
Wow, apparently a lot of people like Faxanadu because it's got a 94% on Google.
Yeah, it's on my list of games to play since it's theoretically a Metroidvania. Am I supposed to hit her at this point?
Its
There we
tagline,
go.
daggers and wing boots, mantras and monsters await you.
So strong. You could do it if you had the will.
You can do it!
But you raise your nail once knowing its tragic conception, and knowing yourself, then do it, Ghost of Hellenist. Head onward. Burn that mark upon your shell and claim yourself as king.
I'm disappointed you don't actually become king after all this.
Put a tiny little crown on your head.
Is it? I actually didn't know that. Huh.
Huh. I wonder if the mechanics are, oh yeah. Grabbing
King's
bits.
brand.
Oh yeah. We can do the White Palace, I believe, now? I think that's what we need to do the White Palace.
Well, technically.
Oh, yeah, everything's break. Oh, things hurt now. This isn't nice.
Gotta get out, man. You're supposed to burst out.
Are you? Pretty
No, I
sure
don't
that
think
you
you're
just get
supposed
drug
to
out by, yeah. I love all the snow.
Man, no, would be cool as if you could play as her.
I heard that Xanadu Next is a Metroidvania from someone on our Metroidvania Discord. But it's somebody sent me an email recommending that I review a game or requesting I review a game, and he's like, "I'm surprised you haven't reviewed this yet." I'm like, "Listen, guy."
You understand how many?
I've been sharing that GIF of Homer when he's been being given all the donuts.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, this is me right now. I'm not saying I'm unhappy, but there's a lot.
How do you say that franchise name? The YS. Is it yeast?
East is how I do it,
East?
but yeah, that's how I say it. Everybody can yell at me on the chat.
So what characters, weapons, or moves did you say wrong when you were young?
I don't think I pronounced anything wrong. Everybody aligned to what I said.
Oh, really?
My favorite one was no, I was joking, but my favorite one was Chocobo. Everybody pronounces that one wrong, but I never did. I don't know why.
Well, I always called them Chuck.
Chocobos, yeah, they try and pronounce it like chocolate, I guess. Which I don't know, it has some logical sense to it. But I actually, so it is ease? Like,
Ease.
you don't stop on the S? That's interesting. I wouldn't have guessed that.
Zeebs.
Dope.
Zebs.
Zeebs. Oh, you're talking about Planet Zeebs. I pronounce it Zeebs.
Why? Okay, so
I think-
what do you call the female princess in Chrono Trigger?
Marley? Or Marl?
Oh yeah, I called her Marl for years.
Yeah, I called her Marl for a long time too. In fact, I probably still call her Marl. But is it Marley?
I actually don't know. I mean, the English versions of a lot of these games just kind of made up names.
Do you know? Yeah, I was about to say, Nadia. What is her Japanese name? Because that's the nice thing about Japanese is there's like no, there's not much.
Yeah, my perfect example of that is always Toyota because it's Toyota.
Yeah, Toyota. Yeah, I actually pronounce everything wrong when. Like it's not yen, it's just N, but for whatever
Wait,
reason,
what? It's not yen?
it's N. But when you say ETN, it sounds like you're saying yen.
You just blew my mind.
Or Juyen or Juen. Sometimes it sounds like you have a Y in there. It's kind of like Santa Claus. It's Saint Nicolas. But for whatever reason, we've screwed that one up and basically made it canon. Because that's what we're talking right now. We call it canon when we pronounce things. The canon way to pronounce things.
All right, so...
Eris is how I pronounce Eris. I think it's funny how they spell it with a TH.
Aerith.
Aerith.
So, Chrono Trigger. Chrono was Kurono. Kurono.
Kurono. That's
Oh, see,
obvious.
this is why. See, it's got to be Marl because in Japanese, her name is Marl. Marl. They just tacked an E on the end for no reason.
I'd have to see the actual characters.
And then Luca, or Luce. Would it be Luca?
Well, you couldn't just pronounce or spell it Marl. That would be weird.
Marl? What? It's in Japanese. It's Maru, I think.
Maru.
And then
I don't know why you would
Luca
do that.
is Ruka, Rukka.
Okay, well that's technically Luca. They don't have L's and they don't. Their L and R is combined in that language, so it can be either way. So whoever wrote this site.
But this is just Wikipedia.
Oh.
Frog was Keru, which apparently literally just means
Kero.
frog.
Yeah, Kero. Keru. I don't remember the exact word.
Frog
is not a word you use very often without, talking about frogs.
In Robo was, in Chrono Trigger, Robo was Robo.
I'm sure it was much cooler to them because it was an English word.
Oh, that's interesting. Robo was branded a traitor by his maker, Mother Brain.
Mother Brain. Uh-oh, it's a Metroidvania now. How'd you find me down here where the world ends? He has the same voice as Hornet.
They all have the same voice.
Yes, I know why you're here. You came to learn a nail art from the legendary nail master Oro. Ordo? Or how do you pronounce his name? It is the law of the great nail sage that I must pass down my teachings unto those who are worthy. But no law forbids me from exacting a payment for my time. So if you truly wish to train under me, prove it with Geo. Come on, that's a paltry amount compared to what I'm carrying around at this point.
Just throw it at him.
I like
Don't
how
spend it on drugs.
he decides that this is what makes me worthy, is that I have money. Oh, this one's actually useful. I actually did use this one. How do you pronounce obble bobbles or Oblobbles?
Oblobbles.
Oblobbles? Are you the one that marries the nail master dude? I don't know. I think it's over in the water area. All right, what's back here? Oh, it's just a punching statue. Yeah, I actually did use this a lot. Does this open? It looks like a door. Yeah, let's get out of here. Oblobbles. I like how we started with Voyager and didn't really conclude that, and now we're talking about how to pronounce oblobbles.
Well, our argument was that Voyager is forgettable, so it kind of is on brand.
Well, that's your argument. I think it's memorable for being so bad it's good at some points. Like,
I just found the characters bland. Like,
so
nobody was interesting except for the Doctor in 7 and 9. Everybody else was just there.
Chakotay is super bland, and Tuvok is super bland.
Like, if you bring up Voyager, it's like 50-50. Either they're going to be like, I don't really remember much about Voyager. Or they're like, is that the show where they go faster than Warp 10 and turn into lizards?
That's what I was about to talk about. It has some really stupid episodes that are just funny because of how absurd they are.
I mean, that was so bad.
Oh, it's also awful because they've already established they could go warp 10 in like the future episodes of Next Generation.
And they did not turn into lizards.
They did not turn into lizards, nor did they make babies with their captain. It's so stupid.
It's so cringy.
Oh, yeah, the Tuvix episode. So there's a couple of good episodes. I think Tuvix is actually an interesting dilemma, even if what Janeway does is almost horrible. Or deplorable.
Saying his name plural is weird. Tuvox.
Tuvox. Sounds like
it was just another
plastic surgery.
I think that Spock was interesting because he was only half Vulcan. If you have a purebred Vulcan, they're just kind of annoying.
I'm pretty sure all these grubs are inside the
Although, didn't they mess
nest.
with Tuvok getting emotions? Like he starts going crazy or something?
That's when they started like saying, oh, the Vulcans are all just like what is the word? They like afflict themselves by destroying their emotions or whatever, rather than them being this honorable race that has such discipline, which is kind of how original series portrayed them, and for the most part how Next Generation portrayed them. But then they started exploring, oh, they really need their emotions, because I guess the writers are just baffled at the idea that you could have a race that kills their emotions and gets away with it. Okay, it says there's a thing here. Obviously, I've done it before because his paper's right here.
My problem with the Vulcan and Enterprise is they were like, uh-oh, we're not as successful as we need to be. Let's make her sexier. And they started putting her in like a tight, form-fitting jumpsuit for the rest of the show.
The Vulcan girl the Vulcan lady, the second officer or whatever, first officer, is good as a character. I don't like how Vulcans are portrayed in that show, but that's a general problem I have with the show in the sense that they kind of made it so humans were like the saviors of the universe. And
yeah, they actually give them character. They're not just space exposition dumps.
Well, like, in Enterprise, the humans were like the solution to every problem. Like, they have an episode where he saves in the entire Vulcan society.
Wait, really?
Yeah. And it's just kind of...
Well, it makes sense because he got sent there to put right what once went wrong, so...
It's...
That was a Quantum Leap joke. Does
Oh.
anybody here even know what Quantum Leap is?
I didn't ever actually watch the show. Did I just walk out of the... I did. What the heck? I'm talking too much and not paying enough attention to the game. We actually haven't really accomplished much today, except for killing Hornet. And I apologize for everybody who wants to see me get to the Pantheon. We're making it there gradually. It's part conversation, part gameplay. We're going to go spend our geo because we can.
Cash money.
Yeah, the Vulcans were more shifty in Enterprise, but that was because of something they explained in Season 4. I don't know. We're talking too much about spoilers at this point, I guess.
I don't think anybody here probably cares.
Yeah. What's down here?
From a show that stopped airing, 15 years ago? 10 years ago?
I really don't remember this. Wait, what? Oh. Neat. Now can I buy your stuff?
I think you have to leave and come back.
Did I already buy all this stuff? What does the Nailmaster's thing do? I don't remember this.
I would say the worst start. I mean, I haven't watched Discovery, so I can't really speak to that.
So, I haven't watched Discovery either, but I'm going to say it's the worst because this is the power of math. That's the only reason why I'm saying that.
Are they still making more Discovery, or is it over?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything. COVID's kind of thrown everything off, so it's possible they intended to, but...
I just know that they turned the... Didn't they turn the Klingons blue for, no reason?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, don't just introduce a new alien. Let's just change an existing one.
Yeah. There's a YouTuber who, argues they can do what they want. There was never any... Or the Klingons weren't established when they first showed them or whatever was his argument or whatever.
Honestly, in my opinion, the best Klingons were Star Trek VI, Undiscovered Country, the final original cast movie, when they over extract resources from the moon where they get most of their fuel, and it literally destroys the planet and cripples their economy, and that's what drives them to join the Federation. That was just really clever, good writing, and I liked that a lot.
I actually started that movie. I like how Kirk is totally racist against the Klingons, that he wants to just let them die at the beginning of the movie.
No, it's
nuanced.
But he's got compelling reasons for thinking that.
Right.
It's also got one of the best moments in the movie when Kirk and Bones are in the jail, and Bones walks in and sees that Kirk had yet again had sex with some random colored alien, and he's just unbelievable.
That's what I like about Kirk, is that, so I like Picard a lot, but he's kind of perfect, doesn't really have as much flaws.
I mean, they kind of play into it in the movies where he's flipping out about just killing all the Borg and doesn't care what needs to be done.
Well, as Red Letter Media would say, TV show Picard, we'll call him Larry. They're completely different characters at that point.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Okay. This is the worst place to fight this guy. Okay. Okay, we can't let him get on our nerves too much. We have a fully improved nail, so this shouldn't take too long.
Also in Voyager, I found Neelix annoying.
I kind of liked him by the end of it.
I don't know, maybe I need to...
He is an annoying character, but I feel like that's okay because they're annoying people. It's kind of like Barclay. I didn't like him at first, but watching the show again, I'm no, this is a good character because everybody in that show is really self-actualized and does their job well and things like that. And then Barclay is just kind of the other man, or the everyman.
I thought Barclay was TNG.
Yeah, he's also in Voyager. But I'm saying that Neelix is like Barclay in the sense that he's an annoying, flawed character that becomes likable by the end, and that's the whole point, I think. Although I don't think Neelix is ever... I don't think the show ever looks at Neelix as an annoying character. I think that it just thinks he's a character.
That's hilarious. That's true. Everybody in Star Trek just listens to, what we consider classical music now.
Well, I think that's because Star Trek is built on like stage acting, which is why they're always like doing Shakespeare and things like that.
Well, yeah, whenever they went on to the holodeck, for some reason they only drew from pop culture from the mid-90s.
Right.
Flame consumed.
So he's got 3 flames now. Does that mean she's done?
I don't know. Let me look up how many flames you need to absorb.
I'm going to say she's done, because I'm done with her.
You might have to go back to the tent. Oh, yeah, public domain would make sense. That's why they were always meeting people like Shakespeare and...
Oh yeah, Conan Doyle or whatever.
yeah.
Oh, I landed perfect.
I thought it was clever what they did with Holmes, because they turned Moriarty into an interesting character, because doesn't he realize he's in a simulation, and then they don't shut him down because of that?
Yeah. The holodeck is always more trouble than it's worth. Did I rest the bench here? Because I'm pretty sure I'm going to get killed here. So I'm going to go rest of the bench real quick. I'm going to see what happens
I just realized his accordion is just another bug.
Is it? Actually, I got to see this now.
It's got little legs.
Wait a minute. I rested the bench and now the guy's gone.
I specifically... I think it was Deep Space Nine.
That's hilarious.
Where somebody was just relaxing on the holodeck, and... one of the holodeck people was like, "Oh, what can I do to help you relax?" And he was like, "Oh, you can take off your top." And then she tries to, but can't.
Censored holodeck. They suggest they use the holodeck for porn all the time in Deep Space Nine.
The child has grown from idle youth to deadly companion.
Oh, right. He sends you back out to get more fire.
Good, I'm glad. It's whatever. I actually don't mind these kind of quests in Metroidvania games, assuming you have other things to do. Which was the big complaint about like the keys in Metroid Prime, was that you couldn't collect them earlier.
Yeah, that didn't make a lot of sense.
Oh, I have to go back to King's Pass now? Yeah, I might as well get that out of the way. Can I actually climb up that, or do I have to get up on the cliff in order to get up there? Let's find out.
If like true immersive VR holodeck style occurred, we'd end up with something very similar to Ready Player One. Like that's what we would make.
I'm pretty sure it'd be a lot more adult than Ready Player One.
Well, okay, yes, but
Everybody would
I think they insinuate that stuff is around in Ready Player One, but they don't dwell on it.
There would either be nudity or there would be Thomas the Tank Engine. Those would be the two things that...
Bold of you to assume that both of those wouldn't come at the same time.
Oh, I'm sure. Alright, where's the thing? It says it's in this area. Oh, it must be underneath. I was going the right way. Also, he got substantially uglier. It's like, I now have a little maggot body.
Hey, he's going through an awkward time in his life. Maybe don't criticize him while he's self-conscious.
Okay, are you more annoying or less annoying than they were originally? I'm going to guess more annoying because that's how these things work.
They're always pretty annoying.
Are you just going to move faster now? Okay, now you have a good opening. That's good. I'm glad you have a good opening. Oh gosh, you do like a cool pattern now. Alright. Just kind of wait for him to...
He does attack now, though, I think.
Come on. I should probably try poking him.
Yeah, he totally does attack. He's like, I'm going to attack, but because I want to, not because you're telling me to.
His awkward teenage phase. I'm not doing this for you. I didn't ask to be born.
He's going through his awkward teenage goth phase.
I think he started an awkward teenage goth phase.
No, he's
Oh my gosh.
Goth baby.
He's just not letting me,
After we're done fighting this guy, can we go to the mall so I can go to Hot Topic?
Okay, when he's going, blah, 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 I need to get in there and take advantage because he's gonna. Come on. I'm trying not to get hit. There we go.
Like, don't ask him about Rick and Morty, or he'll talk about it for like 20 minutes and how you don't understand how clever and smart it is because you're a Jerry.
Oh, what is that meme? The Rick and Morty is not that smart, and that South Park is way smarter. I'm like, why do we gotta compare things all the time? We can say that Rick and Morty is not smart without having to pull out whether or not South Park is smart. You know?
I think South Park. I think South Park is clever and has some
I think it can be smart.
interesting things to say, but it's also very crass. And if that doesn't work for you, it's not going to land.
Right. Yeah, that's a good way of describing it. Oh gosh. Yeah, I have 4-year-olds right now, and that's 10 more, or 8 more years before they're teenagers. I can only imagine what that's going to be like. Okay, what am I doing? We're just gonna keep trying to get that. We're gonna try and get to the bees today. That's what our goal is. Or we could go straight to the bad ending. Take a vote in the chat real quick while we're before we're too far into the city. Should we do the bees or should we do the bad ending right now? Otherwise, I'm going to move towards this flame, which is sort of towards bees. Okay. Wait a minute.
No, it's spoken.
Okay, we're going to the bees. Hopefully we actually make it to the bees. We're getting distracted by all this fire everywhere. All the buzz about the bees. Oh, great. This isn't dad joke week.
Not the bees.
All right, I'm going to guess that I can't get in there from here, so I'm going to kill this fire real quick, and then I'm going to go around the sewer way. Whoop, dang. I'm thinking that that's a secret, or that what looks like an entrance there is a one-way street. Because just what I needed is to fight this guy up where it's harder
According to CGP Grey, hexagons are the best guns.
They are. I agree with everything he says in that video because of his arguments.
I like his videos. He has good arguments.
I like the comment on his last video about Tiffany's. Was that you could take 1 million CGP Grey fans and give them 1 million years and they still wouldn't guess what his next topic is going to be.
Yeah, it really does seem to be all over the place.
They're all great videos, but it's just like, what is the theme of your channel?
Stuff
that nobody else talks about. .com.
Was he the one that did the video on patterns that don't repeat themselves? Like shapes that create patterns that don't repeat themselves? I think that was a Grey episode.
What would you call those? Prime shapes?
I think they had a name.
I'm sure they do.
And there's not a lot of them?
Oh yeah, CGP Grey.
That might have been a Veritasium video, who I'm a little more mixed on when it comes to my opinion. On the whole, he's pretty good though.
CGP Grey is one of the best channels on YouTube, and you should be subscribed to him.
Oh yeah, his stuff is great.
So for all 98 subscribers to my Let's Play channel that are watching right now, go add 98 to his. Veritasium is pretty good. I haven't
Yeah,
watched a lot
video
of
on
them,
that
but
was good.
I think CGP Grey is generally more entertaining with his info.
Well, Veritasium's been doing it for a super long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hole in math video was real good. I like that he's getting into more in-depth topics. Like his videos are like little mini documentaries now, or at least lately, which I've enjoyed.
These are the smart channels on YouTube. I'm also subscribed to Numberphile, but I haven't like watched a lot of their videos.
Yeah, I've never really gotten into Numberphile.
There's a certain
Nile Red is another really good channel if you like learning channels. It's all chemistry.
There's a certain level of finesse, which I don't think I'm criticizing YouTubers as I am trying to be a YouTuber. There's a certain level of finesse you have to have with being entertaining with your info, entertaining enough, I guess. I don't know. My stuff is probably pretty dry, so maybe I shouldn't be.
What are you talking about?
Okay, so, no, this isn't it. All right.
Laugh Riot.
All right, where do I get to the bees? So obviously we can't get down there from there unless you go through Eastman's Grove, which I'm pretty sure you don't.
You want me to look it up?
Let me go get that. Is that too far out of the way? I kind of want to get that grub over there. So I'll move towards that if you want to look it up.
All right.
I don't know how far into the bees we're going to get at this point since we only have 25 minutes left, but you can get a lot done in 25 minutes in these games.
If a content creator can take a topic that you're not interested in and then somehow get you to watch a 13-minute video on it, you know they're doing their job.
That is a measure of a person's success.
Like, for example, if they can get you to watch an entire video about the name Tiffany.
See, but when it's CGP Grey, you just watch it because it's CGP Grey. It doesn't matter if it's tumbleweeds.
Granted.
Right. Which, by the way, I now know more about
structures.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I now know more about tumbleweeds than I ever thought I would.
They're bad news, man.
They're bad news. They're the worst thing in the world, apparently. Oh, gosh.
Did you know that in Phoenix, the Salt River is called the Salt River because of the salt cedar that lines the river? And like tumbleweeds, that came from somewhere else and totally took over, and we tried to exterminate it, and we're totally unsuccessful.
It's funny how that works. So how do I get to the bees?
I'm looking.
Oh, let's get the fluke barn while we're down here. We haven't done that yet.
I like in the Hollow Knight wiki, this section is just called The Bees.
Is it called the bees? That's hilarious. Get out of here. Little balloon guys. I like how my pet is like just taking him off.
Yeah, I don't think he does much damage.
Well, he makes them inflate, so it's enough to do that.
Alright, so you're looking for the Hive.
Oh my gosh.
And it's in...
These things are noisy.
Is there an overarching map? Like a big map?
I can't see the big map, no. It'd be nice if you could. You should be able to do that from a bench, I think. Okay, where is this? Do I break this wall? That's what it is.
Oh, did you find it?
No. I found the grub. I was going for a grub. We're going to kill the fluke barn now. And then we'll go for the bees.
Not the bees.
It's really easy to get distracted in this game. Have you noticed?
Yeah.
I mean, if you have attention deficit disorder, this is probably when you should try. Whoops. Exurbwana? No, I have not watched. That's a channel, I'm assuming, right? I'll have to look him up after this, though.
Oh, you are in the right area.
No, I probably not. I'm pretty sure that I have to be in the...
Okay, you got to get to the tram. You know, the tram, the underground tram?
Oh, okay.
And then go to the furthest right station.
That is... I'm in the right area then. And apparently this is a one-way shortcut from this direction that I didn't open when I was over there. Or maybe I never opened it. I did just go and buy out everything at the map shop just because I had the geo for it at this point. What the? Get out of here. Having to fight some bug's butt. And it grows teeth and chases me. Describe your game in a way that would make people... Let's see. Backing up several topics. Cannot find any evidence that Xanadu next. I only had the word of that one person from the Metroidvania Discord. I think it's a top-down RPG. Oh, so it's Songbird Symphony. I do plan on reviewing that at some point, so if the person who requested that through our contact page on the website is watching, rest assured, it is on my radar. I saw that game on my Steam queue initially, but it didn't use the word Metroidvania in its description, so it kind of left... It wasn't on my radar at first, but now it like very prominently displays musical Metroidvania, which interests me a lot. Just because I like combinations of genres.
Because you like music and you like Metroidvanias.
Yes. This is a valid observation. Mostly I like Metroidvanias. You can get me to be interested in something that I would normally not be interested in by making it a Metroidvania. I am going the wrong way. I need to go up. If I go this way, then I'm going to get stuck in Eastman's garden or whatever, waterway.
You know, it's a weird subgenre on YouTube. The channels where they almost always are titled with something explained, like this movie explained or this comic book explained, but it's literally just them like retelling the story of the movie or comic with like still images or short video clips, and it's like bordering on copyright infringement, but it's not quite there, and they're enormously prevalent and successful.
If you play Songbird Symphony, Dr. Octorocket, let me know what you think of it. And yeah, the channel Awesome got in big trouble basically for doing exactly that, where they just summarize the movie. Like the definition of the copyright infringement is basically you create a product that kind of replaces the original product.
Yeah, and that's kind of what it is.
Yeah. Although I think if you just do it in stills, there might be some fair use protection there.
But I mean, I just don't understand why they're as successful as they are. Like, what's a good example? Oh, that last M. Night Shyamalan movie that everybody kind of crapped on. The old movie. If you look that up on YouTube, there's maybe 50 videos of people just describing the plot using clips from the trailer.
Okay, so this is the tram, right?
Yeah, you want to go to Kingdom's Edge.
Somehow I haven't found the tram key this entire time. And I need the tram in order to do this. So where is the tram key? We're not doing the bees today, guys, because I don't have all the information for it, apparently. You know what, we're going to do something...
Yeah, that's... If there's a movie that I'm somewhat interested in but don't actually want to watch, I'll usually just watch the pitch meeting comedy video from the pitch meeting guy.
So, where's the tram key? Let's see if we can get to the bees.
Actually, I think it's down here.
Is it?
Found in the failed tramway in Deep Nest in the wreck of a tram.
Okay, so
in Deep Nest.
It's in the area.
Wait, are you in Deep Nest?
No, I am starting something entirely different.
Oh, wait. Go back to that map.
This is Hidden Station. Okay, I'm on my map. So you see the Deep Nest on the left over there with the grub next to it?
Oh, yeah, you want to go there.
Yeah, but first I'm going to do this because I may have all the the stations now.
Well,
Yep.
huge.
He found the Stag Nest. So we're gonna go do that real quick, just because we're here.
And a lot of people criticize trailers for spoiling the movies. That's why I don't watch trailers anymore.
Yeah, I still haven't watched the trailer for Metroid Dread. Just like blasphemy.
And that's why you don't know that Dread is in the movie.
Oh, good.
I mean, not movie. Game.
No, I plan on doing a video review of that the same month it comes out, so... I don't remember if there's anything down here that I care about besides that.
You know what was a good trailer? Was the very first trailer for Loki. Like, all it did was make you more confused and interested in what's going on. That's a good trailer.
Alright, let's see. We'll go over here first before we drop down. It's gotta be... It made like a little dinging sound, like that was supposed to be like a revelation that there was an empty eggshell there. How did that not work? Wait a minute. Oh, that brings the elevator down. Okay. Okay, new vote. Should we go get the tram key and try and get to the bees in 15 minutes, or should I try the white pallet? Oh, I can't do the white pallets now because I don't have the bee stuff. Crap.
Yeah. The Tram Key, once you get to Deep Nest, is not hard to get.
I probably should read this, but reading that last 15 minutes where... Bees. We'll try and get there. We got 15 minutes. We'll see if we can do it.
I mean, it's not super long, but they did make it longer with DLC. They added a boss fight.
Which may or may not take me a while, if it's a hard boss fight.
Yeah.
It always felt weird that it didn't have a boss fight in the first place, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like these got added. It felt like it got added last, almost.
Right. I actually was not expecting to be able to grab that edge.
But, I mean, it is 100% optional.
Yeah, and it's good that they added it. So in Dark Souls, the Painted World is optional, and it actually is what they used for the prototype for the game.
Oh, that's clever. That was the very first thing they made.
Yeah, so it feels incomplete, but they put it in the game's lore as this is the Painted World. That's why it's incomplete, because it's an incomplete painting. Or, it's an abstract type thing.
I quite like that.
So, yeah, it's one of the coolest areas in the game. And if that game was released this year, that probably would have been DLC instead of part of the game. In fact, it is DLC in Dark Souls 3. They have a Painted World DLC.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, and it's actually the same Painted World, just, 20,000 years in the future or whatever. Or there's a lot of geometry that suggests that that's the case anyway. What the heck? Okay, so is this where you're supposed to have it? Because that door is shut, or was it shut? And I just didn't check it.
No, you need to go up, I think. Wait, is this Deep Nest?
So this leads to Deep Nest, but this door is closed.
Oh.
So...
wait, open your map. And then leave it open, because remember, I don't see things while you see them.
Right. I fell off a cliff just now, so I apologize. We're going to
like
find
reading
this
your phone
grow.
walking down the street.
I'm hoping I'm giving you enough info here.
Well, can we not get to Deep Nest from Ancient Basin right now?
I think it's just one of those situations where you're looking at your map, but you haven't unlocked the shortcut. And this is a shortcut from whatever, Deep Nest. There's so many ways you can route this game, and I don't know why I tried to smack the exploding bird. Anyway, the only reason why I'm still here and why I haven't saved warped out is because I am trying to get...
There's the map
The grub.
location. That might be more helpful to you.
What the heck? How do we get to this grub? Do we get to him from underneath? Oh, it's right here. Come on, I don't have enough juice. Darn it. Where'd all my juice go? All right, we're gonna go kill something. Oh gosh, there's so much fail. Oh, it's because I healed myself after smacking that bird.
Used up all your ivory.
Alright, where's the... I guess things didn't respawn because for some reason they wouldn't respawn when I need them. Wait, I could hear him squeaking. Maybe not. Darn it. So, this is a problem. So there's that ability upgrade, key gate or whatever, right there, that we can't get to because we don't have enough mana, and there's not an easy way to get mana back here. And so now I'm wandering around looking for something to hit. To be fair, it's really quick to get mana back, but it is a small...
You need me to do it.
Small pet peeve when you have abilities like that.
I think they intentionally made enemies sparing down here. It's supposed to be like super deep ocean where most things can't survive.
Right, so it would be nice if they had one of those statues at least hidden somewhere around here. But whatever. Oh, I have to kill this thing. He's going to give me juice. Okay. And that wasted like 4 minutes, and I apologize, guys. We're gonna save more.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting to the bees.
We'll get to the Tram Key at least, I hope.
Oh, and I sent the link. I think it'll be easier for you to just look at the map and see where it is than me trying to describe it.
Oh no, I'm up here? Great. What is down here? Another one. So the title of today's episode is going to be I Need the Juice to Do the Boost. Where is it? Come on, guys.
This is the downside of having a weapon that does more damage, is you get less juice per hit. Or do you get more juice with the more damage?
I don't
is
know.
Is juice dependent upon hits or on damage dealt?
I think it's dependent on hits. Okay,
So it almost seems if you were doing a magic build, it would be better to keep the weaker sword.
There's no grubs over here, but there could be a charm. And this is a hidden area, or it could be a health upgrade, which I need. Or it could be where the fluke farm is, and we can end on a boss.
I think this is where the fluke farm is.
Buying followers is a silly idea.
I really don't understand the point. How do these accounts not get banned? Or has that account been banned 774 times?
Could be. I think you just figured it out, Nick.
I'm sure that's a bot.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, and unfortunately, I need to give Nick the ability to delete things. But we haven't gotten big enough where it's been too much of a problem up to this point, so that may change.
I think we're all right. They're not trying to call us to tell us about our extended warranty.
Oh my gosh, I'm so tired of those calls.
I got 9 calls the other day. 9.
9? Alright, we're ending on the fluke bar. We'll do the tram next time.
It's little gobble mouths. Nom, 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 nom,
Yeah,
nom.
let's see if we can beat him this time. I don't have any good...
Yeah, long nail is real good for this fight.
I don't have any good stuff. I actually am surprised I haven't found the longer nail. I thought that was in the area with Hornet, and I didn't think I was being too slapdash as I was going through there. Holy cow.
I think pogoing is a valid...
You know, at the top of him? Probably. Let's find out. Maybe if I had the long nail, then I could take care of them off the top. Yeah, I'm not gonna survive the first try here. Maybe. Let's find out. Oh,
Yeah, spam calls are a huge problem in the US.
oh my
They
gosh.
basically have no clue how to stop it.
Well, no clue how to stop it. That doesn't stop other things that they want. Oops.
Well, right.
Slap my...
You can tell things are getting intense when he accidentally pauses.
I reached my thumb over too far when I slapped the... Was that it? I think we're supposed to fight this thing way earlier than we did.
Yeah, you do a ton of damage.
Nice. I actually really like this charm. It's a neat charm. Okay, well, let's save warp out of this.
Is that charm the shotgun charm?
Yeah, it's the one that shoots like a bunch of grubs.
Oh, yeah. I like that one, too.
All right, we're going to try and get to the deep nest real quick, and then we'll call it from there. It's my fault for sleeping at this bench. I'm pretty sure the exit's just up here, though, so... Yeah, the extended warranty thing...
It really makes you question who would fall for these things, but I guess the whole point is that they send out so many that all you need is that 1 out of 1,000 that go, oh no, my extended warranty.
Right. I think it's funny because I drive, this super old 20-year-old car right now. And I'm like, well, I sure should hope you wouldn't want to warranty this car.
Actually, now that I think about it, the ones that I get now aren't car warranty anymore. They're, hi, I'm so-and-so from U.S. debt forgiveness, which the fact that that's the avenue they're taking now really goes to show what our weak point is in this country.
Yeah. Actually, it looks like we can do something actually in 5 minutes. Hopefully in 5
fire
minutes.
up there.
I was about to say, let's get that fire. That is a good idea. However, I think the best way to get that fire is to ride the elevator. So we'll do that. I don't know why I keep looking at my map. I feel like the Symphony of the Night familiar character would actually be pretty good if he attacked more often.
Yeah, your credit card company and then the IRS one. Although I haven't been getting the IRS one for a while. I think maybe that got turned into a meme and so they abandoned that strategy.
Yeah. I'm just going to tag this bench just in case. Alright, we got 3 minutes. Can we get up to him in 3 minutes and kill him in 3 minutes? Let's find out. Nice thing about this game is now that I've tagged that bench, we're set for next time. So even if we have to quit,
we're back where we need to be.
Yeah, we're exactly where we need to be. Since that bench is right next to a tram, and I have a tram in the deep nest, which is where we need to be. I almost went to the White Palace today, guys, but I did not want to go in there without the honeycomb.
Yeah, that's just torture.
Everybody wants to see me do the Path of Pain. So next time, we're going to do tram, bees, and then hopefully start the White Palace.
I feel like you're not going to have too much trouble with the White Palace.
You think so?
I mean, you usually do pretty well on...
platforming,
don't you?
maybe. How long did it take me to do the ESAs?
I guess that's true, but you did a lot of practice off screen.
Yeah, I practiced every week for that because I was super worried about it.
I actually didn't have as much trouble with the White Palace as I would have thought, mostly because of my experience with Meat Boy.
Yeah. Whoops. That's what I get for using my... Come on. Go somewhere where I can hit you. It doesn't even take that many hits. It's just... He's just so evasive. And when I say...
The game had a really good, summoned pet mechanic was...
Castlevania Curse of Darkness?
No, I'm trying to remember which one it was. I want to say it was Devil May Cry 5. It's the most recent one. And one of the characters you fight as basically does all of his fighting through pets. And
That's
just
neat.
the way they do it is...
Is he like a JoJo character?
I don't know. I haven't seen JoJo.
JoJo has the stands, which are basically like little monster men that follow you around and fight for you.
Yeah, it's basically that.
Okay, so it's JoJo. And that sounds like Devil May Cry would do that. That's like a total Devil May Cry thing to do.
It's a lot of fun. That whole game is a lot of fun.
Let's see. Okay, well, I'm going to warp back, and we're just going to go turn this in, and then we'll call it there. The flame that we just upgraded. If you're okay with that, Nick. If you're okay staying for an extra 60 seconds.
I think I can maybe manage that. Just remember, I will charge for the full hour.
Curse of Darkness, I think, did a great job with the summon pets.
What about Monster Sanctuary?
Okay, that's kind of cheating. Technically, the pets are like you in that game, although technically the JoJo style of doing things is like pets too, or is like you doing it. The Ender Lilies. Oh, do we have to fight the boss now, or does she just come in?
You might want to save.
My kin arrive, and the time has come. Oh. Searing fire, it carries the ritual's promise.
This is why this guy stinks.
Oh no, he's got a crowd. Why does he summon a crowd? It's gotta be an illusory crowd. That or the crowd just like, I was like in the bathroom, but now I'm in this crowd. Okay, well, we're gonna do this next time. Because we definitely don't have...
He's gonna wreck your face.
No. Well, I definitely need to change my...
Yeah, the fact that
the music's really cool.
Away,
so we're gonna call it here.
We're
gonna call it here, and this is what we're gonna do next time.
Oh man!
All right, everyone. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next week. It's Dracula. Thanks for coming, Rockin', and thanks for coming, Dr. Octorocka and Annie. We'll see you later.
Yeah.